Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance, and today we're diving deep into the world of the Dominion's legendary butcher, Cleaver. This is the kind of hero who doesn't just walk into battle. He drags the fight to himself, literally. If you've ever seen a perfectly timed rusty hook change the course of a match, you know exactly what kind of chaos Cleaver brings to the field. So let's sharpen those axes, settle in, and break down everything you need to know about building, mastering, and countering this powerhouse. Starting with his first skill, Rusty Hook, Cleaver throws a hook at a distant opponent, dealing damage and pulling them right into his face. The power here scales with Cleaver's physical attack stat. This isn't just a flashy opener, it's one of the best positioning disruptors in the entire game. It's deadly when the hook lands on a key damage dealer or a crucial backline support. This move can bypass layers of protection, forcing a vulnerable hero into the danger zone where your team can finish them off. And remember, pair him with allies that have strong burst damage, and the pulled target might not even have time to react. Heroes like Kira, Ishmael, or Yasmin can clean up in seconds once Cleaver does the heavy lifting. Now onto his second skill, Putrefaction, dealing pure damage to the nearest opponents and himself for 5 seconds. This one scales with his health stat. The keyword here is sacrifice. While the name might sound grim, it's incredibly useful against frontline shields or dangerous enemies like Lucas. Those rapid, repeated hits shred defenses, and the self-inflicted damage can actually synergize with heroes like Zesha and Aiden, who benefit from allies taking damage to boost their own stats. Used right, this isn't just a trade, it's an advantage. It's also worth noting that pure damage ignores armor, making it particularly effective against other tanks that rely heavily on physical defense. His third skill, Mutilation, is where Cleaver adds crowd control to his brute force. He swings his cleaver in a wide arc, dealing damage and stunning enemies in front of him. Scaling with both physical attack and skill level, this ability stops momentum in its tracks, locking down not just the frontline, but also anyone unlucky enough to have been pulled by Rusty Hook. The stun creates a perfect opening for your team to press the advantage, and when timed right after a hook, it can completely disable a high-value target for a crucial few seconds. And finally, his fourth skill, Heavyweight, a passive ability that increases Cleaver's strength. While it sounds simple, this boost is crucial against foes that try to reduce his main stat, and it directly improves both his survivability and the power of most of his skills. It's a foundational layer that makes everything else work better, ensuring Cleaver can take punishment while still dishing it out. Now, let's talk about how to build Cleaver effectively. He's a tank hero, part of the Way of Chaos faction, and holds the front line like few others can. When it comes to items of rank, focus on armor and health. In the Violet rankings, aim for the Dragon Shield, World Tremor, and Cosmic Tremor. Once you move to the Orange rankings, pick up the Blued Plate Armor, Asclepius's Staff, and Unity of Extremes. Orange +3 or +4, that's equipment levels 14 and 15, will set you up perfectly for the early and mid-game. For skins, Cleaver currently has 6, default, physical attack, health, armor, magic defense, and toughness. Your priority order should be armor first, physical resistance comes first for a tank. Next, health for better scaling with his skills and overall durability. Then strength, because it boosts both survivability and skill effectiveness. After that, toughness, to neutralize crushing damage. Then magic defense to round out his resistances. Physical attack comes last, it's nice, but not essential for his role. And if he ever gets another armor or health skin, those take top priority. Onto glyphs, Cleaver's 5 are physical attack, armor, health, magic defense, and strength. Start with armor for resistance against physical threats. Then health for all-around survival. Strength comes third for its multi-benefit scaling. Magic defense follows to handle magical threats. And finally, physical attack, since it's the least urgent for a tank's primary duties. Level each to 40 unless you're chasing a skill class upgrade. Next, artifacts. His weapon artifact grants armor to the whole team when he uses Rusty Hook. His book boosts armor and magic defense, and his ring increases strength. Priority order, book first for both defenses, weapon second for team armor buffs, and ring last, useful, but not as critical early on. Gift of the elements, max it out. Focus on armor and health bonuses. Cleaver may be a frontline wall, but without strong core stats, he can be taken down faster than you'd expect. Talismans, his first offers strength and health, the second provides crushing and toughness. Both are strong, though the second is VIP exclusive. If you don't have them, Cleaver can still work well, just keep him leveled properly. Now, how do you counter Cleaver? His hook and control can be game-changing, but there are answers. Dorian, when pulled forward, boosts vampirism for nearby allies, making them even harder to take down. And Vari's Living Earth prevents displacement, blocking Cleaver's pull entirely. Peppy's shields combined with Aurora's rainbow halo can punish him with devastating magic damage, sometimes enough to drop him instantly. Leanne can charm Cleaver if he tries to hook her, delaying his next moves. Martha can survive as a pulled tank healer, buying her team valuable time. And Jorgen can shut down Cleaver's energy gains for 9 full seconds, slowing his rotations to a crawl. At the end of the day, Cleaver is more than just a wall, he's a disruptor, a controller, and sometimes the hero that starts and finishes a fight in one move. Played right, he can dismantle even the most carefully constructed formations. But without the right build and support, he can be turned into a liability. Mastering him means knowing not only when to pull, but exactly who to pull, and what your team can do in those precious seconds afterward. And there you have it, Cleaver in all his brutal glory. Whether you're building him to dominate the front line or preparing ways to shut him down, understanding his strengths and weaknesses is the key to controlling the fight. If you enjoy this video, touch that ring bell, or subscribe to our channel, so you never miss another Olympus Alliance content. But until then, stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.